The first feature that I'm interested in is the sex. I want to extract the list of females in the training data. And I want to print them. So we see that there are 314 women in the training data, and this 12 corresponds to the number of features. Now I want to know the number of women who survived in the training data. So what I'm going to do is to print the reason that I use the function sum is that survived contains either 1 or 0. 1 means survived. If I add all the ones up, then I know the number of women who survived. Right now I want to find the survival rate of the women in the training data. So women survival rate is the total number of women who survive divided by the total number of women in the training set. So the survival rate of the women in the training data is 74%. We'll do the similar things for men. So we extract the men from the training data. Then we find the men survival rate, which is the total number of men who survived divided by the total number of men in the training data. And we will print the result. So the survival rate of men is 18.9%. Another way of printing the survival rate is to use the command displayed. So right now, I will display the training dataset, sex and survived, and then group them by sex, and I will explain as index later. So it will be the mean. The mean will be ranked to 3 decimal places. So what does it mean by as index? Let me try it again. If I change true to false, then you will see that there are 0 and 1 here. So these are the index that we want if we wrote as index is equal to false. Right now we also have the survival rate according to sex without doing the calculation as before. Now, we will learn how to plot our first graph using countplot from the package seaborn. The graph shows us the number of men and women in the training data. The next graph is to plot the number of men and women who survived. We add the parameter hue, which means colored, to further categorize the variable or feature sex. Now, our new graph shows a key which uses blue to illustrate the number of men and women who lost their lives in the Titanic disaster. The orange bars means the number of people who survived, and women has a higher survival rate than men. Instead of a vertical bar, we can plot a horizontal one by simply adding y equaled in front of the dataset. We can also change the color of the palette. Indeed, there are many ways to customize your graphs by changing the parameters. Feel free to learn the documentation of countplot. In the next video, We will continue to learn data visualization by plotting the graphs of another features of our training data.